has an announcement. He has added a position to his resume. If you want to do the raise hand feature, we'll call on you and go from there. Josh, go ahead.
Max, how are things going there with the? I know obviously Dean leaving the program, but there's still some continuity there, coaching wise. How are you guys kind of managing practice?
Yeah, so far so good. We've only just started. Stoops named me special teams coordinator, so I'm pretty happy about that. Seeing as we don't have one this year, so I'm honoured to take on that role. Also holding this year, so pretty happy about that. Adding a few strings to my bow, but overall we're doing pretty well. The kickers are working really hard. Obviously we struggled a little bit last year in the kicking department. We're hoping that this year we can improve that, make sure it's a real strength of our game. So far so good. It's taken a bit of getting used to, obviously, with all the different protocols, but it's the same for every position, and I'm pretty happy with it so far. It's just good to be back.
John Hale.
Max, how much does special teams coordinator pay?
Unfortunately, zero, but I got given the holder position, so he thought that was enough of an increase to just give me a little bit more to do on the field. So I was happy about that. Grant McInnes left and went to Missouri, which was good, so opened up a spot for me.
In seriousness, though, how does punting with no fans or very limited crowd, does that change in your mind at all without that? How does that play on your mind?
I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Obviously we do it all the time in practice, right? There's no one there in practice. So I'm trying to think practice is game, like you always do. But I'm going to have to tinker with things a little bit. Everyone, all the special teams, all the specialists all over college, you're going to have to, really come and try and work out what kind of mindset they need to bring, whether it's, amp yourself up a little bit because you like the crowd, or maybe you're really happy that there is no crowd and maybe that makes you a bit more calm. So it's just probably what the individual prefers. And to me, it's not going to make a whole lot of difference. I'm still going to, put myself under the most pressure, and kind of when I run out there, I forget the crowd's there. So hopefully it won't change for us. And if anything, maybe it might improve us a little bit.
Nick Roush.
As special teams coordinator, do you foresee yourself playing a role as a returner? And if not, who are some of those playmakers that can really get out and do things in space?
There's no doubt I proved myself against Missouri that if they let me run, I'm happy to. So, give me the ball and let me go. But if Stoops decides that that's not what he wants, then, we've got some really good guys this year. Obviously, losing Lynn is going to hurt. He was great for us, and always, we could throw him out there in a big situation. I think Missouri 2 years ago, the bowl game, things like that, we could kind of put him out there and rely on him to give us something big. And now I think it's going to be Josh Ali again at punt return, and then Zach Johnson at kick returner. So Zach's really looking forward to it. He had a great one against Georgia last year, and hopefully he can continue that because I think, we can improve in all areas, and hopefully we can improve in our return game.
To kind of follow up on what John said, as far as kicking without crowds, when you took off against Missouri, there was nobody there, and I don't think anybody would have known you were pulling it and running it if not for the crowd getting excited. Do you think that could be a benefit to not having fans in the stands?
Yeah, I might be able to sneak a little bit further down the field. You never know. Maybe they won't notice. So we'll see. We'll see. In all seriousness, though, with punting this year, we're really hoping to take advantage of more of those situations. And we're not, going to shy away from that. I think last year we probably missed 2 or 3 opportunities where, it's not a selfish thing for me. Obviously, it's really fun when I get to run it, but for a team point of view, we can keep moving the ball. We're going to. So for me, I'm going to look for those opportunities a little bit more this year and hopefully take full advantage of them because we missed out on a few last year, and really we had one. We should have had 3 or 4.
Josh.
Max, when you decided to come back for another year, kind of what played into that role? I mean, obviously I know getting to go to school a little bit longer and do things like that, but is there any point, I know you've talked about probably not playing pro, but in the back of your head, is that something that you like to kind of prepare for and see what's out there?
Firstly, I came back because I didn't think I was good enough, and also my main priority when I come here is to finish my master's degree. I've almost finished my sports psych master's degree, which I'm really, really proud of, and I should have that pretty much done by the end of the fall. So I came back to finish that off, make sure that off the field I'm ready to go employment-wise. And yeah, I mean, this year, hopefully, first and foremost, I just want to play really well for Kentucky, and hopefully I don't have to be out there much, but if I do, I contribute like I did last year and make sure, we're pinning the team and making sure we're putting our defense in the best position. But, if I get the opportunity at the end of the year, obviously I'm happy to take it. But honestly, for right now, and if you had to see me kick yesterday, I'm a long way off at the moment. So I'm just trying to work every day to get better and do what I can for the team.
John, Hale.
Yeah, Max, the NCAA yesterday moved to give everybody an extra year of eligibility regardless of what happens this year. Any thoughts to sticking around to being a 30-year-old punter in college, getting a PhD or anything like that?
Yeah, you might have to call me Dr. Duffy by this time next year, hopefully. That'd be pretty nice. I don't know if they'd announce that over the big screen when they're announcing the teams, but I'd make sure that they do. I don't know. I don't think so. I think now that I've got my master's degree, I'm about to get my master's degree, I can really knuckle down and focus on football and make that a big priority and give it all the best shot that I possibly can. And I think it's time for me to step away probably after next year and let Wilson Berry take over. It's really exciting that he's coming in. Obviously, brother of Jordan Berry plays for the Steelers, and I know he's really excited to be here. And he gets here, I think, in January. So it'll be great to have him here. And I'll have 6 months with him before hopefully I'll move on to bigger and better things.
Thanks, Max.
All right. We'll get Drake in here in just a minute, guys.